Good mornings are not a squat, and they are not supposed to wreck your lower back. Done correctly, this is one of the best exercises for teaching the hip hinge and building your hamstrings, glutes, and spinal erectors. But if you round your back or bend your knees, this can turn into a very bad exercise very quickly. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to set up for this exercise, how to perform it properly, mistakes to avoid, and how to get the most out of it. Let's get straight into it. Here we go. First thing to know is the height of the bar, or where you have the bar in the rack. This often gets overlooked. So you want the bar a little bit lower than you might otherwise do because we're going with a low bar position, which we're going to talk more about here in a second. So the bar is going to sit lower on your back than normal. So this here is pretty much at shoulder height. I would say this is even just a tad bit high. So we're going to go a little bit lower if I can get this thing to work. Just below shoulder height. So this is going to let you lift the bar up from that low bar position and walk it out. And then when you're finished, which is more important, this is going to give you enough room to smack the bar against this flat part of the cups or the hooks before you sink back down. Next will be how far apart your hands will be when you take your grip. Now, what I personally do is I take my thumbs, let me show you, I go this line on my thumb right there, and I put that against what I call where the rough meets the smooth, where the smooth part of the bar meets the knurling, right? So that goes there, that goes there. I take my grip and then I go underneath the bar. Now this is going to be different for different people. Because the bar is going to be in a low bar position, this might bother your shoulder. The closer you go, the better your shoulder mobility is going to have to be, but also the more stable you're going to be on your upper back. So you want to be as close as you can go without giving yourself shoulder pain. So just experiment a bit with your grip. And once you found something that feels comfortable, stick with it. Next thing to know about your grip will be a false grip or a thumbless grip. So again, because we're in a low bar position, what often will happen with good mornings and even squats when they're low bar is your wrist can get into a really flexed position, which will be painful and will take your attention away from where it needs to be, which is on your hips. So using a thumbless grip will make that a little bit easier on the wrist. And I also would recommend you make sure you roll your wrist forward and try to have the bar set very deeply in your hand so you can keep your wrist in a strong position. So what'll naturally happen is you're gonna wanna go here. Don't let yourself do that. Roll forward before standing up and walking out. So now that we've got our grip width and our grip down, now it's time to get into position underneath the bar. So again, we need a low bar position, and I'll show you why. So if you go high bar, which would mean the bar is sitting on top of your traps, when you hinge forward, all that weight is gonna go right onto your neck, which obviously we don't want. A low bar position would look more like, instead of the bar sitting on top of your traps, the bar sits on top of your rear delts. Lift up and walk out. And you should have a nice little shelf created by your rear delts for when you start hinging. Way more stable position and way less pain. Setup part is done. Now it's time to actually perform the exercise. So roll the wrist forward, low bar position, walk on out, and then from there, you're going to hinge forward until you feel a stretch through your hamstrings, and then you're gonna go back to a standing position. Now we're looking to stretch the hamstrings. That's the feeling that you're looking for. So we don't want to bend at the knees because that's gonna turn this into a squat. And the more knee bend you get, the less hamstring will be involved in it. And yes, before somebody comments, I know my wrists are flexed right now. It's fine because I'm demonstrating. Don't pay attention to that part. Just do as I say, not as I am currently doing at this moment. So all hip goes back and hips go forward. Now the natural next question that many people have is, well, how low should I go on this exercise? Again, that's going to depend on the person. If you don't feel a stretch in your hamstrings until you get all the way down here, then that's how low you should go. But for me, my hamstrings start to stretch about there. So that's where my range of motion is ending. And we don't really want to focus on moving from point A to point B because that could be misleading, right? So like if we use the biceps, for example, the end of my range of motion on a curl is here. If you're focused on point A to point B, point A would be here, and I'm trying to get a quote unquote longer range of motion, so I'm gonna curl all the way up here. That's not a longer range of motion. You're just involving another muscle, which would be the front of the shoulder, to get the dumbbell up higher. You're not doing more for the biceps. We have a similar thing here with the good morning, where a lot of people, in order to just go lower, what will happen is they'll start to, if you pay attention to my lower back, start rounding at the lower back in order to get lower. Making sure the range of motion happens purely at the hips and not at the lower back is how you're going to spare your lower back from getting any pain performing this exercise. We don't want to do this. You definitely don't want to round your lower back under a big load. We want all the movement to happen at the hips. So again, your mark that you're looking for, stretch through the hamstrings and then hips through. Stretch the hamstrings, hips through. Now I'm facing you to make the point. Make sure you never face away from the barbell rack. That's gonna be a problem. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm gonna do this facing you, your feet. It's another question people tend to have. So when you unrack the bar and you come on out, you just want toes forward. We don't need to be externally rotated. So toes forward, and you can be either right at shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider than shoulder width. That's fine. Too narrow can present some balance issues. So again, I would go either shoulder width or just a bit wider with the feet. That's it for today's video, folks. I hope that was helpful. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Look us up in your app store. That's MuscleWiki, all one word. I'm Coach Ty, and I'll see you with the next one. Deuces.